Welcome back to Power Entertainment. Let's get into it right away. Let's talk about that Terrence Crapford. You got that right. Not Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crapford. Now I'm going to break it down, guys. Now I know a lot of you right now are upset because I said that. But let's get straight to the point. Let's look at Crawford. I want you guys to take a little closer look because a lot of you guys are sweating Crawford as if he's the man. He is not. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to prove my point. And you're going to say, oh, wow, I've been bamboozled. You got that right. You are going to be bamboozled when you hear the truth. So let's go back a little bit in history on Crawford really quick. Keep in mind, Crawford, right? He signed up with who? Who did Crawford sign up with, right? He signed up with Top Ranks, Bob Arum. Remember that? From I believe, 2011 to 2021. He signed up with him. And I want you to think about Top Rank. Top Rank was always being criticized for not allowing their boxers to fight good fights and make good money. And I'm going to prove it to you. Guess who said that? I want you to tell me who said that. Guess who said that? Crawford said that. Crawford said it. Canelo said it as well. They always complain about that. They complain all about this all the time. Crawford, I'm going to tell you what he said. Crawford was like, Crawford's complaining publicly. I remember this. Go look at the records, guys. He complained publicly saying about being unable to get the big fights. That's what he said. He said it himself. That's not me saying. He said unable to get the big fights. Matter of fact, it was so bad that he later sued Top Rank and accused him of failing to deliver the top welterweight matchup. Listen to what he said. He sued him because he could not get the top welterweight matchups. That ain't me saying it. That's Crawford saying that. He said it was own words. Go look it up. So now everybody want to run and say, oh, Crawford is the best. He's doing great. But yet you forget about he himself said he wasn't fighting nobody. Crawford himself basically saying, yo, I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not fighting no real dogs. He's saying himself, he's not a Mayweather. Mayweather was fighting everybody. Mayweather was he was fighting way more higher caliber, better known boxers than Crawford was. Let's get that out the way. Mayweather was. Not no daggone Crawford. No one really cared about Crawford until it came with Spence. Let's get that right. Let's talk about that because we need to go into that, right? So what put Crawford really on the page and made him actually known and more respected was when he fought Spence. That was it. When he fought Errol, when he fought him, that's what really put Crawford on the map. Prior to that, let's look at his records. See, that thing with me, you're going to find out here at Power Entertainment is that we don't sit and give you no bull crap and then feed off the media and everybody else. No, we go to the records. We go to what was said out of his own mouth. Keep in mind what I said. And you go look up the records. You go see exactly what he said, his own mouth, how he was not getting quality top welterweight fighters. He was not. He said it, not me. That's his own words. So then what he did, he fought Spence. Remember Errol? He fought that fight. Yeah. And you all say, well, he won that fight. He won that fight convincingly. He knocked him up. He bruised him up. He did this, he did that. Oh, yeah, woo. Yeah, but let's talk about that fight with Spence. Because I just want to show you something. Because, listen, we sit and we're talking about things that just doesn't make no sense. Right? So let's talk about this real quick. So, Spence. How many car accidents was Spence in before he fought Crapford? Right? Before he fought Crapford, how many fights how many car accidents was Errol Spence in? I'm going to tell you. He was in 3 major car accidents. I said 3. I didn't say 1. I didn't say 2. I said 3. And I'm going to tell you every year he was in that accident. And you go look it up yourself. Errol Spence was involved in 3 car accidents. He was involved in car accident in 2019, 2022, and in another one in 2023. That was 3 accidents, guys. No, I want you because we giving Crapford too much attention. And let's get into it. So let's talk about that Spence. And the reason why I bring up Spence is because that's where you would see Crapford really rose is when after that happened. After Crapford beat Spence, that's where his stock just went up. But let's talk about that. Now, what I'm trying to get at here is that when he fought Spence, and you know what, here's the thing. Errol got to be honest with himself. Errol was not in his prime, maybe he was in his prime years, but he was in a prime shape. You can't go through that many car accidents and say, yeah, I'm the same as I was prior to not even having an accident. This guy was going through all types of nonsense himself. I remember watching the videos when this nigga was drunk. We forgot that. I can't make this up. Someone went in a fight and all of a sudden everybody's sucking this guy. Come on, let's talk about it though. The first car accident Errol Spence was in, 2019. He was involved in a high-speed car accident. Remember that? It was Ferrari. Do you remember that? It was almost fatal. The accident was almost fatal. Go look it up yourself. That's 2019 accident. That's the first accident. And the second one, December of 2022. That's his second accident. He was rear-ended by a teen who had just taken his parents' car without permission. That was another accident. That wasn't as fatal, by the way. The third accident in April 2023. When he was involved in another car accident, right? And this was a minor, resulting in a leg injury. He had that injury, right? So he was in all these car accidents. But I think the first one was really the most significant one, which was in 2019. I mean, that was crazy. High-speed car. I mean, go look at the wreckage of the car. It was total. It was crazy. He was lucky he survived that. So here's what I'm getting at. You can't expect this nigga to come out through all of these car accidents and then be like, oh, he's in great shape. He's okay. No, he is not okay, man. He is not okay. I'm just keeping it real. We have to understand that. So why did I bring all that up? So think about it. So now Crapford, he goes and he fights Spence. But Spence ain't never going to be the same as he was years ago. Yeah, he fought some guys prior after the accidents he won. But is he going to still be the same? He is not going to be the same. He will not be. And it showed in the fight. Look at his face. His face get that swollen is really abnormal. That's not normal. Because why? He had many surgeries, man. You can't make this up the way people think and don't understand that. Now, let's look thereafter. So now, he beat Spence convincingly. No one disagreeing with that. By the way, that fight was in a T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. That was with Spence. Then he went in for Israel, right? And that was in Los Angeles. Now, he fought that fight for the WBO interim world super welterweight, right? World super welter, sorry, right? And what happened with that fight? He won. But did he win convincingly? Did he knock he won, don't get me wrong. But did he knock the guy out? Did he do any of the damages that he did to Spencer? I'm going to answer that question. Answer is no. He did none of that. He did absolutely none of that. The guy wasn't knocked out on the mat. The guy didn't have bruised up faces. Did he have all that? Answer is no. Guys, we got to stop this. We got to stop this. Then, of course, the last fight that he fought was Canelo. Now, let's get to that fight because this is kind of crazy. Everybody keeps sucking off Crapford. I don't understand why. Now, Canelo lost how many fights? Canelo lost twice before he even fought Crapford. He lost 2 fights already, and 2 of them was a draw. So what are we talking about? And one of them people that beat Canelo away already years ago was who? Was Mayweather. Right? And then another guy. And then we got to think about Canelo record. Who was Canelo fighting in those years? He wasn't fighting really nobody. He wasn't fighting no top tier guys. He was fighting guys that you barely heard of, or guys who was beat 5 or 6 times, man. Yo, you can't make that up. You can't make that up, man. We sitting here, we giving this guy credit for what reason? I have no idea. So what am I saying? Am I saying the guy is horrible? I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that the caliber of people that he has really fought is not there. Everybody he has fought was not at that caliber. We're giving this guy credit for really no reason. That's why I call him Crapford. I mean, not to mention he got kids all over the place. I don't know why people are looking up to this guy. He's got kids all over the place. He got 6 kids here. You just find out he had another baby mama. Last year, I believe that was. Like, what type of nonsense is this? What type of nonsense is this, guys? You might say, what they got to do with it? They got a lot to do with that. Because what we have in society, especially with black entertainers such as these guys like Crapford, is that we looking up to guys that should not be looked up to. That's it. That's what I'm trying to get at. If this guy win a fight, he's a fight. That's it. I'm bringing all of it on the table. We can't sit and follow these guys, right? I just want to put that out. I'm just being honest about this whole thing, because it's getting it's crazy the way I look at these guys and they going around. And then another thing is, we must have forgot when, I mean, most people probably forgot, but I don't forget. I remember that when Crapford sat there and wrestled down Haney. Remember that? When he wrestled him down and tried to bully him, I believe, to me, it looked like it was bullying him. You ever forgot about that? He walk around like he's the top of the world. This nigga is not the top of the world, guys. We got to stop this nonsense. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to keep going back to what he said, what Crawford said, what Crapford said. He said himself, when I'm going to fight these top welterweight. That's what he said. He knew. He knew he wasn't fighting top guys. He knew. So now everybody want to sign off on this guy because he fought Canelo, who, by the way, lost prior to him beating. Like, yo, you can't make this up. We can't make this up. Right? Crawford never, and we fought Spence, he never beat no one down like that before with all that swell up face. And then Spence already told, they found out, okay, that was due to operations and procedures that Spence had. The only reason why he looked the way he looked, man. And okay, now you might say, what about Sean Porter? Yo, Sean Porter was a joke, because before he fought, let's just be honest, before he fought Crapford, he was always losing. He was losing already, man. That was for the WBO World Welter, right? Like he was losing already, right? I mean, come on. The guy had lost fights before he even fought Crawford, man. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about here? like Spence beat him already. You get what I'm saying? Like we gotta be honest with these things, man. We gotta be honest, right? Now, don't get me wrong. He had a couple of fights, but I mean, guys, we gotta stop this bigging this guy up like his era is like he's doing something special. He ain't doing nothing special. And then y'all like, oh my gosh, he moved up in weight. He moved up in weight. Well, guess what? There's been a lot of boxers that moved up in weight and did some damage. Well, he's the first guy that moved up in weight? Come on, man. Who are we kidding? The guy's a 5'9", man. He's a short guy, right? And but what I will say, give him a huge advantage all the time is that reach. He got that 75-inch reach. That's a long reach for a guy who's only 5'9". That's pretty good, right? However, with that being said, all I'm saying is this. Crawford, or I should say more specifically, more accurately, Crapford, he is not what you think he is. He's just not. I think this whole era is just not. Just like you don't want to give credit to Tank, because who did Tank really fight? Tank, you'll say, well, Tank didn't fight a lot of top-notch, and you're probably right. Right? This era is not fighting the top-notch people. And like he said, the ring has a big history. See, we can't pick and choose when we want something to be. Right? Because everybody was always complaining about how ring was always very, taking care of their fighters, don't want their fighters to get out there, right? They want to protect them. Remember all that? You remember all that? That's what happened with Ryan. Ryan's saying, they want to protect them. They want to color them and don't put them in dual hold. Don't put them in that fight. Put them in this fight, right? Remember all that? Yeah, everybody forgot about that? But now y'all want to say, oh, Crawford did great things. He was spectacular. Yo, stop it. Stop it. Crawford is not in that same caliber as someone like Mayweather, right? Where they was literally just fighting really top-notch guys all through their career. All through their career, they was fighting top-notch people, man. Let's just be honest about that. I think now what's happening is that, and then you got Crapford, he's sitting there. The guy shouldn't even be fighting. He shouldn't have been fighting at that low weight anyway. He's a weight bully anyway. So you mean to tell me this guy, this Crapford guy, like the guy weighed more than when he was in fight. All these boxers doing the same thing. They normally weigh like 170, 160, say 160, 170, and they fighting at 140. Come on, man. Yo, the era is just not the same. This is why I say that this guy is not what we think he is. I think we've been bamboozled, man. And a lot of these boxers, that's what they doing. They're bamboozling people. They come up in there. They supposed to be literally 160, and they take some, like, they throwing up food so they could stay slimmer and thinner. And then they come back like they did something spectacular. And people like, yeah, yo, man, it's amazing, man. Yo, you see him? You see how great he is? Yo, I can't make this up. I can't make it up. We got to stop this. This is Power Entertainment. We just like telling you the truth, man. We just want you to see what it is. Now, I know a lot of you guys' feelings are hurt. A lot of you guys like, oh my gosh, nah, this can't be. It is. It is. And I go back to the record every single time. And I'm just going to prove my point every single time. Crawford said it himself, man. He complained. He literally complained. He said, listen, why are you guys not giving me the deal, the fights that I want? You guys are not giving me top tier fight. He complained it publicly. It was in a public eye when he said that. He says he's unable to get the big fights, man. He sued Top Rank, accused them of failing to deliver top welterweight matchup. That's his word. That is not my word, man. That's not my word. That's his word. I'm just telling the truth. So then he go fight Spence, and all of a sudden now the guys are top in the universe and the world. But meanwhile, everybody was always criticizing Top Rank. Everybody was always criticizing Top Rank, saying how they always protect their fighters. Everybody was saying it. Even Canelo's complained about that. But now y'all want to pretend like that never happened, and the only real fights that he made that was really in public eye view is really the Spence and Crawford. Spence and Canelo. That was the two fights that's really important, of course, right? Those are kind of like the top fights that really propelled them or put them in anyone's view. Like I said, in the fight he had after Spence, that was like, okay, he won, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, he was knocking someone out. And by the way, that guy that he did win, the guy he beat after fighting Spence, guess how many fights that guy had? That guy only had 10 fights. yo, you only had 10 fights, man. I kid you not. The guy had 10 fights. That's it. And then we're gonna talk about Canelo. I know I keep going on, but then we're gonna talk about Canelo. But remember, Canelo, everybody was criticizing Canelo. Why? Because Canelo haven't been fighting big, tough fights in years. Everyone said that. Everyone said Canelo's just not fighting top guys. He fighting these easy guys, people that can't really fight, blah, 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 blah. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that. But now everybody want to forget that even had, oh, no, Terrence Crawford got this IQ, this superhuman IQ. Man, cut the nonsense, man. Cut it. Just cut it. So here's the real thing. If he really feel that way, why he stayed there for one fight, right? He went up to WBO, super welterweight, right? And then he left. One fight, and then he jumped, and skipped two weight divisions up. Two weight divisions up. Why would he do that? If you really felt that way, jump up to a super middleweight. Why not just fight a couple more guys in there? Right? I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. Why not fight a couple more guys there? Nah, man. Come on, man. He didn't even try and try to, like, come on, man. Listen, either he knows he ain't he's losing. He's not as good as this. The guy's 38 years old, right? He's getting older now. He's almost 40. He knows he's slowing down. He's not really a fight no one. But let me tell you something. Who he could fight? He could fight the monster. Why don't he fight him? Why don't he move and fight that guy? I'm just being honest. Why don't he fight him? Go ahead and fight him. Fight the monster, and see how that works out. I think he should fight him. That guy's energetic. He's Mexican, but that guy got a lot of great footwork. He's a beast. He got strong hits. Why don't he just fight him, man? Let him fight someone like that. Don't go and fight someone who lost 2 times, who's been in like 3 car accidents, like Porter, who lost a couple of times before even fighting them. Come on, man. Fight those guys. Fight those guys, man. And then we can have a conversation. Until next time, guys, this is Power Entertainment. We out. Peace.